Hello friends, before we head out on today's journey, I've got something for you. If you've ever wanted to feel more comfortable outside, whether you're hiking the new trail, identifying birds by sound, or simply reconnecting with nature in a deeper way, I've created something just for you. My online classes at The Nature Wanderer are designed to take you from curious to confident, step by step. I'm not going to overwhelm you, just give you practical skills you can actually use out there in the wild. From beginner birding to navigation to seasonal outdoor safety, these are the skills that turn a walk in the woods into something unforgettable. You can check them out anytime at thenaturewanderer.com/course. Just check the show notes for a link to the courses and build that confidence for when you're outdoors. Now let's get back outside. Hello friends, before I start this episode, I want to make a quick note about the episode. If you are, I know some of you are listeners of both the Forest Connection and the Nature Wanderer, and if you listened to the Forest Connection last week and you start listening to this episode this week, you're going to notice that it's the same episode. Well, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't do a new episode this week, and the reason is because as I was recording this episode for the Forest Connection, this was originally recorded for the Forest Connection, I just kept feeling as I was talking that, wait a minute, it's the Forest Connection, not the Nature Wanderer. It just seemed to fit in both. And I got that same feeling when I was editing. As I was editing the episode, getting rid of all the blunders and the mistakes, or planes flying overhead, or the jogger who ran past me and I said hello to them, and as I'm editing all that stuff out, I realized it's like, yeah, this fits really well with both the Forest Connection and the Nature Wanderer. So I decided to push back a few episodes and squeeze this one in to the Nature Wanderer as well. So if you don't want to listen to it, that's fine. Hey, I think it's great to listen to it twice. So if you are a listener of both my podcasts, The Forest Connection and The Nature Wanderer, you're going to notice that, yeah, this is the same as The Forest Connection from last week. So enjoy the episode. Welcome friends to The Nature Wanderer. I'm your host Paul, and this is a place where we slow down, step outside the noise, and reconnect to the natural world. So wherever you are, take a step outside, at least in your mind, and let's wander through nature. Now today I have a question for you. I want you to think hard about this one. When was the last time that you walked into the woods without a destination? How about without a trail map? And when was the last time that you did this without worrying about how far you walked or how many steps you got? I'm constantly seeing, oh yeah, I want to know how far I traveled, how many miles I hiked today. I've got my apps that do that for me. A lot of times I have a destination or an idea of what trails I want to take, where I want to go if it's a new place. I got to get to that waterfall. Well, when was the last time that you did this? Where you walked into the woods, had no destination, no trail map, and you didn't worry about how many steps you got or how far you went. When was the last time you did this? I was thinking about this the other day, when I was watching my grandkids discover the woods. We went for a walk in the woods with our grandkids, and I just kept watching them stop. More than I usually stop, and I usually stop a lot on the trail because there's always something interesting to see. And it's like, it made me realize that children do this naturally where they don't have destination. They just get out there. They don't enter the forest looking for exercise. They enter looking for adventure. Maybe a stick. Yeah, that becomes a sword. Or a fallen log becomes a bridge. Oh, I remember those days. Yeah, strange looking rock was a treasure. Oh, my parents were so sick and tired of me coming home with rocks in my pockets. Or other treasures. A hole in the ground. Oh, that's a mystery waiting to be solved. Today, instead of teaching children how to explore nature, we're going to let them teach us. I've spent a good portion of my life as an environmental educator, and I always thought, boy, I'm really connected to nature. But as I got older, I realized it's like, all the kids that I've been teaching, a lot of times they've been teaching me. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, they've been teaching me instead of me teaching them. I love the moments where I'm in the middle of telling them or showing them something, and they would come right back at me with something different. Oh, what is this? Let's explore it. And the really good ones was when I didn't have an answer for them. I always loved those moments where they'd be like, oh, what is this here? And it's like, that's a good question. I really don't know this one. Let's watch it a little while. Let's explore it. Let's see what it's doing. Let's see what it feels like, what it looks like, what it smells like. Let's use all our senses. These were the days that I really enjoyed, when the kids were actually teaching me. I mean, a good way to put it, most people probably don't even realize that they're doing this, but adults often look. Kids observe. I mean, we walk through the woods. I've talked about this before, walking through the woods instead of walking with the woods. And we'll be like, oh, that's a tree, that's a bird, that's a flower. We're constantly naming things. And it always used to drive me crazy. Well, it actually drive people who would read my posts on Facebook crazy, because I'd show a picture of a bird and not name it. And I'd get so many comments. It's like, you didn't tell us what bird that was. It's like, it's a beautiful bird. Does it really matter the name that we have given it? But yeah, that's the way we are. We've grown out of that excitement. I mean, kids won't look at that and say, oh, that's a tree. They'll say, why is that tree twisted in that weird way? Why does the bark look like burnt potato chips? They would ask these questions. Maybe they'll ask, who made that hole? Instead of, oh, there's a hole in the ground. They'd be more like, who made that hole? Where does that trail go? Why is that leaf shaped differently? All of these are inquiries from a child. I mean, I remember when my oldest grandson, he's a teenager now. Yeah, I'm getting old. But when he was really young, and my wife and I would take him for a walk through the woods, even the woods on our own property, and there's a stump there. We see a stump as a dead tree. A tree that died and either fell over or was cut down because it was dead. Our grandson, he saw that stump as a volcano. Yeah, he would always call them volcanoes because that's what they looked like to him. He didn't care that it was a tree that got cut down or that fell over because it died. No, it was a volcano. I've had other kids see, these tree stumps or, the cavity of a tree, and to them it's a city. Yeah, it's a tiny city where all the insects are, the fungi. And they would explore that city, find all the moss, the decomposers. It's basically an animal home. So that's what it was. I mean, a rotting log, oh, they're really exciting to kids. To most people, it's like, oh, a rotting log, wonderful. It's like, no, it's exciting, it's adventurous, it's not garbage, it's not something ugly, it's a community for dozens of different species of wildlife, mostly insects and plants, but it's a whole community. So we need to start letting our kids teach us how to see things better. There are some lessons that children naturally know that we seem to have forgotten. I mean, one of them is to slow down. I rarely see a child rushing through nature. They're always walking through nature slowly and observing everything around them. Oh, my one grandson has such an imagination. I love going on walks with him because he's turning that forest into an adventure. Not just for him, but everyone around him. Yeah, and something that you can do if you don't have children that you can take into the woods to teach yourself to be the kid again. I mean, you used to be like this. I know I was. An easy thing that you can do, a little challenge for you, I like to call it the 10-step challenge. Take 10 steps into the woods and stop. Just stop. And ask yourself, what changed? What moved? What sounds appeared? And what did you miss while you were walking? Try it again. Take another 10 steps and ask yourself those same questions. Slowing down opens up your senses to so much more. I know when I'm hiking fast on a trail, I miss so much. But when I'm hiking slow, I'm looking around more. And it's like, oh, I never knew that was there. I didn't notice that. I mean, I actually was walking down this trail today, as a matter of fact. And I always walk down this trail. I've walked down many times in the past. And there's always a bench that I just walk past because I just want to walk and hike. And well, today I actually stopped at that bench. And I sat there for like 5 minutes and just looked around and enjoyed the breeze, enjoyed the weather, enjoyed nature. And I actually discovered, just looking down, it's like, oh, I would have walked right past that. There was an old turtle nest. Yeah, there's a hole in the ground, all these little turtle shell pieces laying around the hole. It was just amazing to see that, but I would have missed that if I just kept going. So just slowing down. And another good thing that you can do is touch responsibly. Okay? Don't just go around touching everything you see. No, there are poisonous plants out there. There's animals that can bite you. No, touch responsibly. I mean, naturally, kids will touch everything, even the things you don't want to. If you have kids or grandkids, you know they'll touch everything. Every time I see a very young child walk into my wife's pottery shop, I can feel myself getting stressed and watching them like a hawk. It's like, don't let them touch anything. Don't let them touch anything. They'll break it. It's fragile. But that's what they do. They touch everything. And usually the parents are like, oh, don't touch that. Don't touch that. Well, out in nature, it can be okay. Touch tree bark. Touch the moss. Touch the rocks. Touch fallen leaves, pine cones. If you don't know a plant, though, avoid it. Never touch wildlife. Never touch bird nests. Okay, so stay away from those things. If you want, you can actually do a texture hunt. Yeah, do it for yourself. The kids already know how to do this stuff. Remember, they're teaching us today. Kids already know how to do this, but for you, do a texture hunt. And if you want the kids to join, that's fine. But it's mostly for you. They'll get a kick out of it. They'll love it. Find something that's rough. Then find something that's smooth. Maybe find something that's soft. Something bumpy. Something that feels alive. All of these things will lighten up your senses, and it connects you to nature. Now I want you to remember that nature exploration always begins with, I wonder. I mean, an example, I wonder why this tree is leaning. I mean, you would just say that's a tree, but no, start I wonder. So start doing some I wonders when you're out in nature, to bring out that kid curiosity again. I wonder what animal made this track. I wonder where this stream begins and where it goes to. Scientists are actually professional question askers. Yeah, that's what scientists do. They don't just sit there and say, oh, that's a tree. They wouldn't have a job. No, instead, it's like, I wonder why that tree has all those little furls on it, all those colors to the leaves. I wonder what the holes are on the leaves. They're asking questions, and then they try to answer them. Now, another thing you can do to build that curiosity in you is follow your curiosity. Kids are always wandering. I don't know how many times we're watching our grandkids and it's like, where'd he go now? You know, I mean, they don't stay in the backyard, but it's like, they were just standing here a second ago. Now they're over there. It's like, yeah, they're wandering all the time. Now, stay within boundaries. You don't want to wander too far. You don't want to get lost. Use landmarks. Explore with an adult if you are a kid. Okay. You need to know where you started so that you can get back to there as well. But don't remove the wonder. A fallen log may be more interesting than the trail ahead of you. And when you're wandering, another great thing to do is to look close. Nature up close. Hey, I just did a Nature Wander episode on that, so listen to that. But the smaller you look, the bigger the world becomes. You'd be amazed at the things we never see because we don't look up close. I mean, everything from a leaf, from far away it's just a leaf. But up close you can see the veins, maybe the insect damage. Maybe you find some tiny eggs on there from some insect. Maybe you'll see some fungus on that leaf or patterns that you didn't notice when you were far away from it. An easy way to do this if you're having trouble with the close-up thing is pick 1 square foot of forest and spend 5 minutes exploring it. I know, 1 square foot, it would take you like 10 seconds to explore it. No! Force yourself to do 5 minutes exploring that 1 square foot of forest. And how many discoveries do you actually find in that 1 square foot? So these are just a few of the ideas that I have for you. I mean, if you have kids, let them guide you. Go out in nature with the kids and let them guide you. Let them follow them. Discover with them. But if you don't have kids, these are some of the ideas that you can use on your own to get yourself back to when you were a kid, when you had that curiosity, that exploration. Something that you can do, and this can be either with yourself, but it's more fun as a family activity. So like I love doing this with my grandkids, a forest treasure hunt. Yeah, it's fun because make a list of things that while they're in the forest they need to find these things. Now make sure you have some guidelines. You don't go out of my sight, you don't disturb anything that you shouldn't. Don't touch anything that you don't know what it is, but it's fun to do these scavenger hunt sort of things. So have them find something older than you. Have them find something that was once alive, or do this yourself. You're joining in with the group. And if, like I said, you don't have kids or you want to do this alone, that's great too. So find something older than you, something that was once alive, evidence of something tiny, something left behind by an animal. How about something with a pattern? Evidence of water. A sound you cannot see. You can't find what's making that sound. These are just some of the ideas. Make a nice long list of things. Now, once again, keep safety in mind. Make sure you have some rules for this. Okay? I don't like rules in nature, but we got to keep everyone safe, so you need just some basic guidelines, we'll put it that way. For instance, don't collect everything that you pick up. I mean, if you find that treasure, of course, it's got to go in the pocket, as long as it's safe to do so. Nature treasures, though, they're often best left where they are so that you can come back later and see them again, or someone else can. So this is a fun thing for you to do alone, but it's even more fun when you have a group with your family, or grab some of your older friends too. Let them become kids again. Because remember, adulthood, it often changes our relationship with nature. We become goal-oriented, hurried, distracted. Oh, I'm constantly distracted. Focused on destinations when we're in nature. And the children, they remind us that, well, the journey is the discovery. A walk doesn't have to have a purpose. A trail doesn't have to lead somewhere. Sometimes the best discoveries happen when we stop searching. The next time that you enter the woods, don't just bring your knowledge, bring your curiosity, bring your imagination, bring your sense of wonder. And if you happen to have a child with you, pay attention. Because while you may be the one leading them into the forest, they may be the one showing you how to truly see that forest. I'd like to thank you for wandering with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to follow or subscribe so that you don't miss our next journey. And if you know someone who could use a little more nature in their life, share the podcast with them. Don't forget to visit the show notes for additional information about the Nature Wanderer and this episode. Until next time, get outside, stay curious, and keep exploring the nature around you. Hello, friends. I hope you're out wandering through nature, exploring the natural world around you. Do you enjoy writing about your wanderings? Nature journaling is an awesome, fun way to remember all the adventures you have taken and how you felt during those journeys. If you're looking for some beautiful journals to keep track of all your wanderings, I have several available on Amazon, including some guided journals for children. Start your journey in journaling by clicking on the link in the show notes. Keep exploring the nature around you and keep journaling all your wanderings. Hey there, fellow nature wanderers. If you're like me, you love spending time outdoors, breathing in that fresh air and connecting with the natural world. But at home, have you ever thought about what's in the products you use every single day? That's why I'm excited to share Apple Valley Natural Soap with you. Their handcrafted all-natural soaps are made with organic ingredients, essential oils, and no harsh chemicals. Awesome! So they're not only great for your skin, but they're safe for the planet. And they don't just stop at soap. Apple Valley Natural Soap also carries a full line of natural skincare products, including shampoos, body butters, facial bars, and more. All designed to nourish your skin without synthetic ingredients. You can't beat that. That's just awesome. Whether you're hiking in the woods or just winding down after a long day, their products bring a little bit of nature right into your home. And the best part? By supporting Apple Valley Natural Soap through the Nature Wanderer, you're also supporting this podcast. Just head to the show notes and click on the link for Apple Valley Natural Soap. So go ahead, treat yourself and the environment to something better. Your skin and Mother Nature will thank you. Hello friends, do you love tea and natural wellness products as much as I do? I've partnered with Positively Tea and Positively Botanicals, and I can honestly say I drink their organic loose leaf tea almost every day, and I love it. From organic teas to natural remedies, they offer high-quality products that support a healthy, mindful lifestyle. When you shop through my affiliate link, you not only discover amazing products for yourself, but you also help support the podcast. Visit the link in the show notes to explore their selections today. And for you coffee lovers, they have you covered as well. Treat yourself, support the show, and keep connecting with the natural world.